Okay guys, welcome to old Sunday Fun Day. Not much to show you today. I'm just playing with the engine for the wagon. Just took the intake off. And see, I'll explain something to you. You see this gasket? I don't know if you can see it, the sun shining through here. See how it's all split, busted there? Split, busted there. It's just pissing oil out of here. Alright, and this fitting was loose too. Valve covers are leaking oil. I haven't taken them off yet, but we'll get into that. The engine is brand new. Like, look at it, how spotless it is. Like I said, I got all the paperwork on it. It's only got 2,000 miles on it since it's been done. So, I mean, it's clean. But these gaskets here, I never ever use these. So when I'm doing an intake manifold on a car, I will use these gaskets, and at the back, I will run a nice big thick bead of the right stuff. They call it the right stuff, silicone. Never use these because when you tighten it down, they squish, they break, they come out, and you're just leaking oil everywhere. So if you get those in a set, take them and chuck them. Take those words of advice from me. Chuck them. So anyway, we're going to be ripping all this apart and seeing what we got going on and re-gasket it because that's all it needs, and give her a fresh coat of paint. Call her a day. So the plan is get it cleaned up today, get it painted today, then put it together tomorrow. Then that's ready. And then away we go onto the car itself, which is sitting over there. Now, remember I said that I didn't like how they had painted the Firewall black with a rattle can. It just drove me crazy. Let's go look at it. I'm not impressed by it. Okay, it's beautiful today. Sunny and 18. What does 18 convert to if you're asking me? Well, I guess you times it by 2, which would be 36, and you add 30, so 66. Whichever way, however you look at it. But it's 18 in our land. So you can see they sprayed the Firewall the black. You see when I was pressure washing it was coming off. Now, of course, that's the original paint under there that you're seeing. So it's not going to look as good as it is new. But took the paint code and got the paint made. And there, I don't know if you can tell with the light the way it's shining, but anyway, there is the original color. Maybe we can see it better out here in the light. These cameras play tricks. I know a lot of people always say, I see something in this and that, but it's always the camera playing tricks in the lighting. That's the original color. It's got a fine metallic in it, and that's it. So I'm going to be painting the Firewall right back to how it should be. I'm going to leave this nice shiny black, the hinges shiny black. You know, the master will leave it black, but we'll paint the Firewall. That's going to look really good. Paint it right down into the toe boards, right? Get her all cleaned up. Get all this painted in behind here. All this shit here. Get all this painted, because it's never going to come back apart. Front fenders will never come off this thing again, so I'll paint it all. Paint it all. That's what we'll do. So that being said, I'm happy about that. All matched out. So, it's a good thing. Wow, look at the sun, eh? Look at it today. Look at this. Wife's been busy getting the deck all cleaned up there. Let me see my deck, but she's getting her all ready to rock and roll. We're going to have a barbecue tonight. Barbecue and maybe a fire out in our fire pit with Mr. Hank. I'll roast up some marshmallows. Still not the warmest in the evening. Got to wear a jacket, but hey, it ain't raining and it ain't snowing. So thank God for that. Went and checked on my Model A yesterday. Ron's doing an awesome job. He's got pretty much all the carpeting done in the car. And he's got the roof patch halfway done. So I'm super stoked over that. And hopefully he keeps plugging along. Hopefully he feels enthused enough to do a little more upholstery work. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But it's all good. It's all good. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to get some more parts off this engine and we'll continue on. Okay, well, I got the oil pan off. Looks nice and clean. You can even see the back side of the timing cover. Look how clean that is. It goes to show you it's got no... Alright, it's clean. Look at that. Nice and spotless. So, you know, I'll clean up where some of the gaskets were under here. Clean that up. Clean the pan up. And then I got to drop it down. I got to pull the transmission off. Or the reason I left the transmission on right now, it's just easier for me to paint the transmission because the engine's actually holding the tranny there for me, right? So I can paint it like that. So what I'll do now is I'll put a milk crate under the pan of the tranny, lower it down. You can see I've already started loosening the bolts. and I'll pull the tranny, and then throw the valve covers back on, set the intake on it, and set the oil pan back on, plug all the holes, and I'll paint the block. Let that dry up overnight, and then tomorrow I'll drop the pan back down and then I'll change out my valve covers and obviously that kind of stuff, and paint the pan tomorrow. I never paint an engine with all this showing. You don't want to get paint in there. So I don't give two shits about that timing cover, and I don't give two shits about these fucking cheap nasty oil or valve covers. So I'm just going to set them on there and spray paint, and the intake is right here. There's the intake. I won't be using that intake. I'm going to be using this one over here. Got this intake right here. Just the old standard go-to. What is it? 2701 Edelbrock intake. Now I'm undecided yet whether I'm going to paint this orange or not. I like them like this, and you can clear coat them. The problem is they don't stay clean forever, and even if you clear coat them, you get a gas leak one day, the clear goes yellow, so it's not really a good idea in my opinion to clear coat it. I know, I mean, I like them when they're new, but I'm just thinking I might just go for orange. Just orange intake, and just put some nice chrome valve covers, decent ones, chrome thermostat housing, chrome air cleaner, call it a day. Good enough. You know, it's got a little bit of shine if you pop the hood, and who cares, right? So, anyway. I'm going to continue on and clean up some of these gaskets and shit. Okay guys, here we are on actually Sunday fun day. Yeah, you can tell with my voice I'm a little down and out. Anyway, so don't look at the valve covers. The valve covers I just set on there until I put the new ones on, because I don't have gaskets for the new ones, so I just set them on there. But did all the pan gasket, timing chain cover gasket, all of it, right? Intake, manifold, it's all done. So I'm just waiting on this little plate here. I painted. I'm waiting for that to dry up. Then I can put the fuel pump on. And got the distributor in. Got the transmission bolted back up to it. Got it all cleaned up. I got to get an oil filter. I got to get spark plugs still. That'll be tomorrow. There it is. Changed out the intake. Put this. Have one of the Edelbrock ones on there, 2701, the old faithful. Alright. Looks a lot better than that one right there. Alright, oh, the harmonic balancer, I gotta clean that up and paint that. So, but I'm gonna be calling it a day here. This is good enough for now. I've had enough time to go in and relax. Like I say, I'm not feeling that great. Something got to me last night. Don't know. And that's that. So hey, it's always a good time at old time, and we'll catch you next time.